My name is Kenise Kelly. This is my Herzing Talk for my DEI class on August 10th, 2025. I will be talking about race, heritage, and education and how they all play a part. In 1964, the U.S. Supreme Court passed the Civil Rights Act, which ruled that schools receiving federal funding could not discriminate students according to their race. Though segregation in most school districts is much lower than it was 60 years ago, the research found that over the past 3 decades, both racial and economic segregation is in large districts increased. Much of the increase in economic segregation since 1991, measured by segregation between students eligible and ineligible for free lunch, occurred in the last 15 years. White, Hispanic, and white Asian segregation, while lower on average than white-black segregation, have both more than doubled in large school districts since the 1980s. That's a lot. Now, as of May 6, 2024, I had read by Carrie Specter, they had research at Stanford and USC launched the Segregation Explorer, a website providing data on segregation trends and patterns across the United States. The research shows that racial and economic segregation among schools has grown steadily in large school districts over the past 3 decades, and increase that appears to be driven in part by policies following school choices over integration. And also, the website has the report provides new evidence about the forces driving recent trends in school segregation, showing that the expansion of charter schools has played a major part. How does race play a part in education opportunities for race? Excuse me. Among 4th graders nationwide, 84% of black students, 82% of American Indian students, and 80% of Hispanic students do not read at 4th grade proficiency level. A smaller share of their Asian Pacific Islanders, 45%, and white, 59% classmates scores below. Among 8th graders nationwide, 90% of black students, 89% of American Indian students, and 86% of Hispanic students test below proficient in math. A smaller share of Asian Pacific Islanders, 45%, and white, 66% classmates scored below proficient in math. Black students are more likely to be disciplined in school when compared to the public school peers of other racial or ethnic groups. Notes the U.S. Government Accountability Office. This reality is reflected in the latest data reported by the Kids Count Data Center, which covers the 2017-2018 school year. Among all public school students expelled from school, black students were the race most likely to be expelled. 49 in every 10,000 students, and Asian students were the least likely, 4 in every 10,000 students. Among black school students issued out of school suspension, black students were most likely to be suspended, 12%, followed by American Indian students, 17%, Asian students 1%, as well as white and Hispanic students, both 4%, were far less likely to suffer this same punishment. The way I see it, that we need to try to figure out a way to help that, even though certain students are raised or brought up into a lower economic area, that they should still have the same rights to get the same exact education as everyone else. It should not be matter about their race or heritage at all. School segregation levels are high, troubling, and rising in large districts, said Reardon. Those findings should sound and alarming for educators and policymakers. And why should we care? Because our children are our future and the next generation. They should be able to start off their life knowing how to read, knowing how to do math. It's everybody's rights to know how to read, write. They are, like I said, they are the future. A lot of this information I had got from www.ed.stanford.edu/news. Research stories. Thank you.